Probably the most relevant one, if you're a new band starting out and you've got four members, you'll be looking at setting up a partnership, and that means that all four of you have got equal share in the business, and you've basically got unlimited liability. So it's like the easiest setup to do, and it just requires you to do a partnership tax return at the end of the year. From then you can do your personal tax returns. And other than if you're a solo artist, you would probably look at setting up as a sole trader, and likewise similar to a partnership, it's fairly easy to maintain. And then once you know that you're going to sign a big contract, you're going to start receiving money, you'd probably start looking at incorporating the business, and that means you get all tax incentives and it limits your liability for any unforeseen circumstances you could elaborate on.
I could, but I often get asked, like, when do we go from partnership and when is the time to actually bite the bullet and register a company? Like, when do you think that is?
And if you're going to start making more than 70 grand net profit in the year, then you're a sole trader, you would basically want to start looking at incorporating. And also, if you think, but there's no golden rule on it. If you think that you're going to get a 30 grand advance and start off this new project and you're going to start touring and going overseas, you still may decide to set up a corporation, but it's with the idea that in the next 12 months it's going to grow and expand very quickly. So it's just important that whichever method you take from the start, you just keep things organised. So that's whether it's seeing a bookkeeper or going to an accountant, just keep that stuff on track from the start, because we get tons of bands that come to us a couple years down the track of never doing anything with their financial side of their business, and it's just a mess, and that's when it costs you a fortune to get up to date, and whatever money you have left in the bank gets taken away by the ATO. So it's just very important to get it all set up correctly at the start and maintain your records, or else find someone to maintain your records.
And so, Megan, at the risk of delving into your personal affairs, have you got all this stuff down pat?
I'm a sole, trader. So I have my bank account, and then I have the band account where all of our advances from the label and all that kind of stuff, and all the money that we get paid for gigs goes. So I don't ever really dip into that for my own personal use, because I live on, beans. But out of that, I have to pay my band members, because we aren't a partnership. It's just I employ them, so they invoice me there, and I pay them. Well, I don't, but the accountant pays them. I also have a tax accountant, and then I also have a lawyer who, when I get the deal offer or the deal or the contract or whatever it is, I take it to Jules and I say, are they trying to shaft me? And he says, well, not really, but you should probably have a look at that and that and that.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Is just to set up the business bank account and try to run as much as you can through that. So whenever you earn money for shows, deposit into that. Your agent deposits all your money into that bank account, and you keep that separate. Don't live off that money, off that band money. If you do, then transfer it into your personal account and just keep it completely separate, and it can be treated as a wage or as a drawing if you're a partner or a sole trader. So just separate that and make sure you keep all your documentation, so your receipts, your invoices, all your show settlements, or everything you can from that, from the business, separate it from your personal life, and things will be a lot easier. To be honest, being a hobby business isn't that bad either, because it means that you don't have to report back to the ATO and do tax returns for that partnership or that particular business. So, look, if you're just trying to test the waters and see how the band goes for a couple months, and if things start to kick off, then you'd probably look at going, okay, we think we're going to get somewhere. We're willing to invest some time in keeping our records, or whether it's paying someone like a bookkeeper to prepare the records, and then basically go from there.
Yeah, because most shows now you have to have an ABN number, which I have, but I don't know when, like you said, the ATO is going to knock on our door.
You don't have to have an ABN. You can provide a hobby form, and you can download them off the ATO website, and you can basically, it's a statement to the supplier. So if you're playing the ESPY, you can give them a hobby form, and then they can pay you directly from them.